What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Friday, April 14th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 12-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. Now, it's been a couple of weeks. We got a lot of data here for the 2023 season, so we've updated the stats to use this season's data. We got a big enough sample size now. Now it is only 2 weeks, so you're going to notice a little bit of volatility in these stats. Their batting averages, their fantasy points per game, especially for pitchers who have only pitched 2 games so far this season. Not a huge sample size, but we did want to get into using the season stats for this year or this season. So that's done now. Everything you see on the site is using this season's stats, so let's get into it. At the pitcher position, I like Kodai Senga, and he's got a massive pitching advantage here over a low salary batting team, the Oakland Athletics. Kodai Senga, he's pitching much better here versus righties than he does lefties, only giving up a .327 OPS versus righties. Now that's why you can see with only 2 games sample size, if they came out real hot versus righties in those first 2 games, their OPS is going to be super low, but that could balance out throughout the year. He's not going to end the season with a .327 OPS versus righties, but it does show he absolutely does pitch better versus righties than lefties. And he's facing 6 righties here tonight. Now, there's no pitches versus the Athletics yet. Kodai Senga has averaged 43 fantasy points per game on the season, has an ERA of 1.59, record is 2-0, pitching an average of 89 pitches per game. So I like Kodai Senga here versus the Oakland Athletics. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I'm going to give you a stud pick here. I like Freddie Freeman with a 63% batting advantage over Justin Steele. Freddie Freeman batting 14% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.050 OPS versus lefties. Justin Steele pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, currently 49% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .764 OPS versus lefties. Now, Freddie Freeman, he is 0 for 2 versus Steele, but he's averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's $3,700 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings. And he has a batting average of .353. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. So I like Freddie Freeman here versus Justin Steele. Now, if you're looking for a lower salary pick here, I like Ty France. He's coming in at $3,300 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings. And also Yandy Diaz is in a decent spot split-wise here versus Jose Barrios. Although Jose Barrios is a good pitcher, so I'd probably go with Ty France with a better matchup here versus Austin Gomber, who's giving up a .989 OPS versus righties. And Ty France averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season with a batting average of .357. So I like Ty France here versus Austin Gomber. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So here's a value play. Take a look at Ha-Sung Kim with a 45% batting advantage over Eric Lauer. Ha-Sung Kim batting 45% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.224 OPS versus lefties. Eric Lauer giving up a 1.079 OPS versus righties. Now, Ha-Sung Kim is 0 for 5 versus Lauer, so he's got good splits here, and he's only $2,800 FanDuel salary, $100 less on DraftKings. But you can see his price is probably down a little bit because of that 0 for 5 versus Lauer. But I figure the guy, he's seen a bunch of pitches now from Lauer. He's bound to hit one of them. So he's averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season, has a batting average of .262. But if you're looking for a value play, I like Ha-Sung Kim here versus Eric Lauer. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So another value play here. I like Eugenio Suarez with an 80% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Austin Gomber. Eugenio Suarez batting 51% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.339 OPS versus lefties. Austin Gomber pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 29% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .989 OPS versus righties. And Eugenio Suarez is 2 for 7 here versus Gomber, has a .286 batting average and a 1 OPS. One of his hits was a home run. He's $2,900 FanDuel salary, $1,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .309. So I like Eugenio Suarez here versus Austin Gomber. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Dansby Swanson with a 36% batting advantage over Noah Syndergaard. Dansby Swanson, he's batting 21% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .955 OPS versus righties. Noah Syndergaard pitching 15% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a .742 OPS versus righties. Now, I like this pick because Dansby Swanson is 8 for 18. It's a 444 batting average and a .974 OPS versus Syndergaard. He's $3,400 FanDuel salary, $2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .400. So I like Dansby Swanson here versus Noah Syndergaard. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I like Chas McCormick with a 69% batting advantage over Martin Perez. Chas McCormick batting 46% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.3 OPS versus lefties. Martin Perez pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 23% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .861 OPS versus righties. And I like this pick because Chas McCormick is 5 for 12 here versus Perez, 417 batting average and a 917 OPS. He's 3,400 FanDuel salary, 500 more on DraftKings, averaging 16 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .275. So I like Chas McCormick here versus Martin Perez. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.